That's just a funny scenario. So here we are, entering the game. We've got me making sure that I actually have all the right information in my overlay. I think I do. So here we are, watching Aurora PMS, the orange Zerg in the bottom left, going up against Submersible Ship Nuclear Spite. Very cool team name. We are entering this cool ZVZ, and it's game number 3. It's the deciding match between these two players to see who's going to go on and play in the finals of this entire tournament. This is the losers bracket final of these, or no, semifinal. I got that wrong again. Semifinal. The winner of this plays against Startail Aphrodite, and then the winner of that goes into the finals. Either way, this is the deciding match for this, and this is turning out to be an incredibly long tournament. And that's unfortunate because Zotac started a half hour ago. Ouch. For me, oh well. So, Aurora actually did a great job in that last game. Really handled Spite's gameplay quite well. And at the end of the game, just like Brewlords came out, which was a complete surprise to Spite, which caused her to go, haha, GG. So that's going to be interesting to see what's going on in this game. We are on Xel'Naga Caverns, which is a very interesting ZVZ map. You can be very, very aggressive on this. It's a 2-player map, short rush spawns, and you can really do damage with Zerg and Baneling early on, especially with these wide open natural expansions that you can go ahead and just attack from all different angles, even doing sneaky things like running all the way behind here and then coming back here, morphing in Banelings, and then going into the natural expansion mineral line. You can do a lot of damage in that respect. So now, Spite is going for the just normal speedling opener, as is Aurora. So very standard play out of both of these players starting first. I'm definitely be expecting them to pull off only a single drone from their Vespene geysers and use that initial 50 after the metabolic boost for gas to go ahead and start getting the Baneling nest. So we do see Spite with two people in her gas, and Aurora still has 3. Metabolic boost hasn't started quite yet, but will she pull off 1 or will she keep all 3 on? Looks like she might be keeping all 3 on. That may be a sign of even faster Baneling nest, I would assume, because that's actually a pretty big deal to have all 3 stalling. Let's see how Spite's doing the build order I was just talking about, where you keep 2 on and go for the Baneling nest. So Aurora's just going for the Baneling, or Roach Warren. Ooh, Roach Warren. Go for the Roach Warren. Try and defend against the Banelings, and then go for a possibly very offensive counter push afterwards. But we do see that looks like Spite's gonna be getting down the natural expansion directly under Aurora's Overlord. Aurora doesn't have to deal with the fact that doesn't have to deal with any Spite overlords that are at the natural expansion. This one cannot see that, but we do have 4 lings running into the main base to see Evo Chamber. Once again, Evo Chamber before actually getting down the expansion. Aurora really likes to play safely and for the mid game. We'll see if that actually pays off or not. She might get punished for this. Still, Spite's expansion is vastly ahead. So now all of these lings are continuing to push forward and move in. They might be able to snipe off the queen. No, they won't. Not with those roaches. Never mind. Especially with the queen's positioning being locked in. Oh, look at the roaches. Look at their confused AI-ness. They're just bumbling around, not realizing they can then go around here and move forward. But you see cancellation on that. Huh. Ooh, it must have been another Evo, I think. I think that was actually might have been an Evo just to block off the links from moving in. Which is fine, but still, no natural expansion is very, very odd. Spite is there, the natural almost done. Aurora may just be sticking to a 1-base play, maybe going for like a Ling Roach timing with the +1 missile attack. But the +1 missile attack is not going to be done for over 2 minutes. You don't know if that could be effective then. Oh, also food counts. There you go, food counts. So interesting stuff, interesting stuff. Spite's playing defensively, getting the spine crawlers up. She knows that she can be overly defensive with spine crawlers because Aurora doesn't have a natural expansion up. Aurora is staying strictly on 1 base right now, and that's giving Spite a lot of time. You can see how safely Spite's playing against this. She knows that essentially Aurora might be reduced to having to go for an all-in push, and is therefore going to try and just overly defend and get a ton of spawn cars. Like even this one over here is there, trying to really be aggressive with scouting with the Lings, looking for that natural expansion, and picking off a free queen that's going way too far out. And Aurora does have another queen though, so it's not a big deal. Looks like the queen just wanted to snip off some overlords. Like that overlord's a little bit damaged, this overlord's not. Spyte's a little bit supply blocked, but that's going to be over fairly soon. But we do have Aurora going for this push. Looks like it is timed with the +1, or trying to be, but another 20 seconds are needed. Aurora may actually push without the +1. Oh god, Aurora, don't push without the +1. Aurora, you got another 6 seconds to wait. 6 seconds, Aurora. Oh, Aurora's still pushing in. Now it's going to be done. There it is. Now that it's there, we're watching as Spyte is trying to get the banelings to explode in the right places, but still, defensive spawn crawlers are here, and I don't really see this push working for her. She's going to go straight by. Oh, the banelings missed the lings. Oh, that actually matters right now. Aurora's got 5 roaches left, a few lings. Spyte's got 3 roaches in there. Queen is in play. Will those drones engage or just retreat? Looks like they will be engaging right now. We have more lings coming in for Aurora. Going to pick off that roach. That's going to be a nice move. But right now, we're going to see Spyte's getting 14 lings out, and a roach should be able to defend against this. These drones should be phasing through and then attacking. There we go. Now they're going to go ahead and do that. That does clinch that defense, but a lot more stuff is coming out for Aurora. She's going to cross the back, I guess. I think she's actually going to go and try and go through the Tasteless Secret Hallway. I don't know if people still call it that, but it's Tasteless Secret Hallway, and move up to the top and attack over there. Will they morph? They ain't morph Banelings. Actually, no Baneling. That's the Roach Warren's the only thing that's down. But Aurora's going to be pretty all in right now, and Spyte is sitting even drone counts actually. However, Spyte will have the defensive advantage through these spine crawlers and ability to reinforce the attack. That'll be a big thing. Aurora is now getting down the natural expansion, but 10 minutes into the game. Granted, Aurora was able... Whoa, what? Aurora killed no drones at all. That's kind of scary that Spyte was on so few drones for so long, because right now you see some droning up happening. Both players are now actually even on the drone count, 21-21. Aurora is going to take the lead, though, once this drone pops. Wow, so Aurora does have a few more roaches in the back. Both players seem to really be wanting just to try and macro up, but you can see how Spyte's trying to play overly defensive. Aurora is still getting drones out, so Aurora is starting to take the lead in terms of the economy. The second this hatchery is done, she's going to have a better spread of drones than Spyte. Look how Spyte is just so thin, each base to each base. Alright, so there we have the Lings running by, going to try and do some damage, maybe go straight to the main base. Looks like they're doing exactly that. Going to be able to pick off this queen. It's not going to be able to escape. It's completely locked in. And there it does go down. That's a nice pick off. Now we're going to see first drone kill. Did we see our first? No drone kills yet. Will we have a drone kill? Apparently not. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to have drone kills happening. There we go. Finally, a drone will get taken out in a ZVZ. I mean, usually ZVZ there's a few drones being picked off here and there, but now 4 have been killed off, and now Aurora's in a commanding lead, 28 drones to 18 drones. Spyte's now lost a few queens. We're having these Lings now damaging this hatchery. I'm kind of surprised they're not going for the spawning pool. It's a little bit easier to take out, and you can see how the spawning pool would be reduced to almost half damage if that was the case. But now we have drones being targeted down. Nice, one getting picked off. I can't tell if another one does, but it looks like actually 3 more did. That's a big deal. Ben's now getting morphed as well to try and defend. Looks like this base was possibly taken out by these roaches. It looks like I just completely missed that. I completely blame my lack of food and everything down there. Still, that was my bad. That's not really forgivable. Still, Spire's going down. So actually basically down back to a 1 base for Aurora. Possibly it's literally just 1 base. Spire's being down. Oh well. That's could be unfortunate. Right now, Spyte doesn't really have much of an anti-air. There's no EO chamber out. Queens are trying to be remade, but if they're going to be a good amount of mutas, that'd be a pretty big deal. But Aurora's got a lot of roaches pushing in. That's a lot of roaches. They're going to be able to kite those Lings, but they got to be careful. They have fully never mind, not fully surrounded. That's unfortunate for Spyte. Spyte needs to get that nice engagement. We do see that moving in. Aurora has that +1 carrot base. That's big against these lings. These are very, very tanky roaches when you go ahead and go against this. But oh, is that queen going to go down? If that queen gets targeted down, that'll be a huge deal. Aurora could actually maybe get that. This is a great pressure. The pressure is going to allow for the Spire to be so effective. Aurora, however, has only 3 larvae out, and Aurora's getting 3 mutas. Okay, there we go, 3 mutas, as well as the +1 air attack. Interesting considering how low economy Aurora is, that she's actually going to use that instead of getting another muta out. I mean, I guess the larva wasn't available at that point, so maybe this is the most effective way to utilize the money. But Aurora is now canceling the natural expansion. There are a lot of lings and roaches pushing forward. There's probably no way I should be able to really defend that. But here we have the first 3 mutas out. 2 more mutas on the way. Is there any anti-air defense? There's just this one queen in each base. And the mutas are now revealed, and what's the reaction from Spyte? Spyte's going to go ahead and throw down a couple more queens and try and defend against that. But now we have these roaches being taken down. This Overlord's going to fall to these mutas. That's going to be a nice little pick-off for Aurora, but Spyte needs to probably get down an Evo chamber or something. But maybe 4 queens will be enough. Still, the natural and the main are not connected. It'll just be 2 queens in each base, essentially. And if those get taken down by any kind of other force, that'll be a pretty big deal. Still, right now we have still solid 6 roaches on the field moving forward. So the mutas are a very low number, but they gotta be. Oh, this queen now went away. These mutas will take down this one queen. They'll win that one-on-one fight. But now we're having these other coming forward. They gotta be careful now. They see another one moving forward. So we have 5 mutas now collectively over here. It looks like kind of like Brood Wars, where you just have this muta count slowly increasing, and then all of a sudden the other person just kills everything with the mutas. It's kind of fun to see. But now we have a lot of overlords spread across the map. That's one thing Spyte is so good at, is spreading overlords, and that's going to backfire pretty badly with these mutas. Although it looks like they need to be pulled back to defend against these massive amounts of lings that are pushing forward. They're going to try and engage well. You have a lot of lings hitting a lot of mutas, and that's bad for the mutas. So the muta count is actually increasing. We're now up to 8, and now we're going to see the progressive death of all of those overlords that are there to scout. So yeah, there's the death of that overlord. Now this guy on the right is probably going to go ahead and lose its life as well. Not to mention this overlord as well, because Aurora can blatantly see that one. Oh, running right by that one. That overlord is like the luckiest overlord ever. So, mutas, here. Deploy. Looks like this overlord's going to go ahead and fall. We'll get transfused. There are a lot of queens out. Looks like it is going to get transfused. It does still die though. Will a muta go down? Muta will not go down. This overlord, however, will go down. Spyte's losing a lot in terms of overlords. And now look, we're going to see an additional 2 overlord kills. That's a pretty big deal. Now Aurora's got her natural up. We do see Spyte spores inside the main and as well as the natural expansion. Well, that's pretty cool. And actually, if we look over here, we've got a Hydrogen down here for Aurora. So we're going to basically be able to switch to Hydras or mutas depending on the situation. And that'll be great. A roach transition play after muta big opener could be really catch Spyte off guard. Aurora's up 20 plus food now. And we're going to watch as some more drones are going to get taken out. Looks like this one was saved by getting that extractor. That's a nice little move to keep one alive. Still, Queen's not on the field. This one will get transfused at the perfect time. Very, very nice. Alright, so now, moving around, we do see that Spyte's actually choosing to keep this extractor. It's supposed to cancel it. The lair tech. Oh god, this is such late lair tech. 20 minutes and the lair tech's not done yet. That should not happen. We have a lot of lings running around looking for hidden bases, doing a nice little Harry Potter zigzag, lightning bolt type of thing over there. Looks like Aurora wants to get the gold for her third. Alright, so now we're gonna see all those lings are getting hit hard. Oh, wow. Alright, so now a lot of mutas are going to move into the front. They may just go ahead and just try and kill the drones. They could probably do that, but right now Spyte is not looking to be in the best shape. Aurora's in a commanding position, working on getting an infestation pit out, as well as the fact that she already has Hydra Tech out, already has the Spire well in play, considering all his mutos and the damage that they've done. Spyte is still only on these 2 bases, and we're actually with Spyte ahead in drones. Income is very much in favor of Spyte in terms of minerals, and Aurora's going to be hard pressed to really answer that. Skull would be a nice way to do that, but still, Hydras, Lings, Roaches, Mutas, a lot to support, and off of basically just 2 bases of income. So we do see that actually basically 1 base of drones split onto 2 bases. The Overseer was a nice pick off, and now it looks like we're going to probably see Spyte trying to get that the backdoor 3rd base to go for that expansion. Still, a lot of mutas are moving along the field, trying to place incredibly well. They're dancing around, doing a good fair bit of damage, but this queen's going to be so vulnerable. And now they have enough, they can probably engage this Spore Crawler if they really wanted to, but instead they're going to go for the Hydra Tech, which is a smart move. Wait, that's going to go down. Where is it there? That Hydra Tech is going to go down. That's transfuse? Okay, transfuse. There we go. There's more than enough to transfuse all that. Alright, so that Hydra Tech may need to be transfused a little bit more. But those are some clutch queens getting that transfuse down. They're not transfusing anymore. The mutas are back, and they're not transfusing the injured. Now they need to definitely get it down, but okay, a few Hydras are popping out. That's a nice bit of DPS against those. We see the mutas splitting up. Why would they split up? Aurora, why'd you split up those mutas? I do not know, so I'm asking you. So, why'd you do that? Still, gold's being taken down for Aurora. Creep is not really spread between her main and natural. It's got a couple overlords just pooping it out. Ready to spread that. But it looks like Spyte's going to try and go for her own 3rd at the gold as well. Right now we can see she's caught up in the food count. The fact that she's able to throw in a bunch of Hydras was a big help. Aurora, though, has to lead in the Hydra count. But it looks like Spyte is now droned up to the point where Spyte's ahead about 10 drones. And that's going to be a really big deal, especially once the gold comes up for her. Okay, so now we're going to get to see the first Overlord for Aurora get taken out by Spyte. Spyte? Seriously, Spyte? Spyte? Ah, that's why. Lings are running by into the main base. And the lair is getting targeted down. That lair could fall really quickly to these Lings. They don't have any attack upgrades, but it may not be necessary. The lair goes down. Oh, that's a big deal. No more lair, no more hive. We see attack down here from Spyte, but losing all of her Hydras. And it looks like Aurora may be in an incredible position after taking that. We see GG getting called. Yeah, that's game. So Aurora will be moving on to the losers bracket finals against Startail Aphrodite. That's going to be a really cool game. Startail Aphrodite versus Aurora. Let's see what happens.